Ladies and gentlemen, up next for the Build for Myself series, the Suisei from Suyata, which I believe that's how you say it. I don't know. If not, it's the way I'm going to say it. The Suisei 48 scale space bomber. Suyata is one of them companies I like really well, and the reason I like them, I like the way they make kits, but mostly the subject matter. To me, it's just outstanding. It's just different. It's kind of on the line of Star Blazers, Space Cruiser Yamato, a little bit that way. But anyway, we are going to start that. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little under the weather, and it's not from the coup or the, what's the other one they named after a Transformer? Not the Megatron, but anyway. We've been, in Oklahoma here, we've been having like 60 degrees one day, and then it drops to like 20, and then it's just up and down, and finally it gets to you. It's just the way it is. So, the Suyata, I'm trying not to blow through it. They're like Bandai, and when I say like Bandai, their instructions are, pretty straightforward. And when I say Bandai, I mean once you get it off the tree, it's pressure fit. And I think most kits should go to this, in my personal opinion. I'd like to see that like in tanks playing. And I understand the old reissues and all that, they can't do it, but newer ones, this thing takes no glue. If it does take glue, it's very, very little. I mean, just little. And mostly, if I glue something together that's pressure fit, I basically glue it like on the top so I can like sand the seam. And excuse me, this is part of the engine, which they give you two options, which basically get a I want to say a thruster nozzle, or, which I thought was a nice touch, if you wanted to park, a covering to put, so you could have either or. And I think you can pull it in and out. I think I haven't got that far yet, but anyway, we're gonna make it in flight, so we're not gonna do the covered version. But anyway, that's a nice touch, I thought. Bill likes this because things come with figures. You get two pilots, and you may not be able to see them because I haven't painted nothing yet, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. If you look at the figure, oh come on, show you something like that. If you look at the figure, it's got a aerator, for those who grew up in the 80s, aerator vibe, or even a Southern Cross style. That's the first two things that popped in my head when I saw the figures. I do like the figures really well because number one, they do pay homage to the hands on the lap. You see that like old school 70s, 60s, 70s, figures. And they also have a big hole in the back, and that is for, again, you just pressure fit, and they don't fall out or nothing. And if you wanted to glue them in, you could, but just a perfect fit. That's also, I thought it was a nice touch, which, you didn't have to fight the figure to make him sit, once you get him in the cockpit and all that. Anyway, I thought that was pretty darn sick. It is molded in color. I'm going to repaint it. It is molded in, I'm going to say a tan and a green. I want to try to leave the green, but I want to paint it a different green, but the same green, if that makes sense. But anyway, got part of the fuselage. We're just slowly doing this. Plus, I didn't feel good, so I didn't feel like doing much. But it's even got slots in here. And you see the slots on the cockpit, and it just fits like a glove. If I got it in the right way. Of course not. Go the other way. There we go. And it fits perfectly in there. It does has a landing gear on it. I gotta put it together to figure out if I want that on there, leave it on, or do I need to make it retractable? Is what we'll just have to see. But anyway, fits like so. Detail on it's just crisp. I mean, it's like the Bandai, but it's not. And I think it's pretty darn sick. So the only thing I've got done on it's the figures. Did get the cockpit consoles put together, which we'll have to. I'm gonna either have to paint and do a little decals, which I don't normally like to do, but there is times that you have to do it. And So my next, what I'm hoping is get the cockpit in, and we'll get that mounted. And I'll see if I have to paint it. If not, I will probably put it together then paint. It's just easier on me. And one thing about pre-colored kits, sometimes I do not paint like they do like a dark gray, blackish gray on some of theirs. I want to say Bandai kits. Some of them I don't even bother painting. I dry brush and move on. I think it looks great. But anyway, that is where I am on the Suisei. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. We're starting with the cockpit, and we're going to work our way in the middle outwards. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for next exciting episode.